ABC News weather article. Pretty easy to see what they're doing here. How unusual is all around. We're having the answer. Very. That's because we're in a climate catastrophe. Thanks very much, Kate. She uses a term in the article that's been around since about 2019. I first heard it on the Today Show one morning when Carl Stefanovic went, "We've been hit by a rain bomb." I thought, what? Anyway, Kate goes to the trouble of explaining exactly what a rain bomb is. I'm not going to go too much into it. I'll just look at that third paragraph. There's a thing called bomb cyclogenesis. In the second paragraph, she does come clear to say it's not a meteorological term, but the explanation for using it is that it felt like rain has been bombing down. Well, bombing down isn't a term either. Remember when the weather reports used to be the kind of, finish off the news with something just a bit sedate, not too threatening, not too scary. Oh, it's going to be hot tomorrow. I better rain covered. Well, things have changed dramatically. It's now the lead story.
A monster 4,000-kilometre rain bomb is set to smash Australia over the next 48 hours.
It's not just a rain bomb. You've got a few other adjectives in there. It's a monster. It's going to lash Australia. 4,000 kilometres. What's the distance across Australia? Channel 7, they get in on the rain bomb action. Anyway, they've introduced another term. Now, I've only seen this one today. It might have been around earlier, but this is the first time. I think this might be an exclusive. And it applies to the opposite weather of a rain bomb. There it is, inverted commas. A heat engine brings hottest weather in years across southern states of Australia. A heat engine. Look, it's obviously not as hard hitting and as dangerous sounding as a rain bomb. But it serves its purpose, because what I see these labels as being is they've been around just recently. That's because the climate just recently has become a catastrophe. So that's why we've got these labels. So while we use them, it's tied to the removal of affordable energy, which essentially shuts down the economy or stops it being viable, and perpetual climate lockdowns via the 15-minute city, or 20 minutes for Victoria, but they're still only 800 metres. Further into the story, they've got this map here showing where all this heat wave is going to happen, but they ramp it up a bit. Look at this map. The whole place is on fire. It is a catastrophe. And I like how, rather than put the temperatures or predicted temperatures around each of the places, which they could do, they just have the sliding scale at the top and then just sort of colour it, because perhaps the predicted numbers, if they shown them, that might not be as catastrophically red as what it's shown. This front cover of the PDF version of the official yearbook, number 44 from 1958. You can download it from the government, but I've actually put a link in the description and I've put it up on my Google Drive if you want to have a look through it. It's over 1,300 pages, but it has a lot of very interesting statistical information. For instance, this map titled Normal Daily Maximum Temperature January. So they've got the various zones there. The temperature's in Fahrenheit, so all I've done is put up the Celsius conversion. And these are the normal daily temperatures, so not the maximum, so obviously the maximums were higher. And back to the story, the heat engine, God, I love that term because, engines are hot. It's going to have daily maximums climbing above 40 degrees C. Well, wasn't that already happening back in 1958? You can check all the pages in the yearbook. Heat engine doesn't appear. Here's another ABC News article. It's on temperature back in 2021. Pilbara could set new Australian temperature record as extreme heat wave grips northern WA. Even a year or so ago, they were just heat waves. They hadn't come up with heat engines yet. According to this article, the hottest temperature ever recorded in Australia was 50.7 degrees C at Udnadatta in January 1960. That wasn't that long ago, really. Putting a lot of carbon into the air, burning fossil fuels by then. And now it's becoming the norm now. So I say now, you've got a heat engine. Is that really the hottest ever recorded, though? Ever recorded? They said, noted down by the government, because ABC is the government. I'm sure they would have got this information from the ABS. Was that actually the hottest temperature? Because according to the yearbook, recorded, remember they said ever recorded, it was actually 127.5 degrees at Cloncurry, that's Fahrenheit, which is 53 Celsius, in 1889. So this book was put out by the Commonwealth Bureau of Census and Statistics, Canberra, and this is the official government book. So I think it's safe to say that the ABC has been fact-checked to be wrong on this one. Assuming they've checked with the ABS and they got this number from them, I'm not going to double-check that. I mean, this is government. They should get it right. It almost looks as though the ABS might be starting to selectively omit certain climate statistics that maybe not quite align with the news stories that they want to get printed. Yeah, maybe from a certain date back, they're not checking, but they don't say that. They said ever recorded. They don't say recorded after a certain date. They just go ever recorded. So definitely fact-checked as wrong.
Let's go to 7 News meteorologist Tony Auden.
Now, the headline in this video, just go back to rain bombs, it's in line with, Peter Overton and the ABC. New South Wales rain bomb explodes. But listen to these guys.
When this weather event goes...
This weather event should ease the showers during another event likely pushing up the east coast. We could even see a potentially bigger event. We need to watch out for each rain event as it happens.
Yeah, they're sticking with rain bomb not being a meteorological term and therefore don't say it in their news story. Unlike Channel 9 and Pete Overton, they don't mind using it. No, that's it for this one.